Danny, always going to be a difficult challenge against a side with a new manager and fighting for their lives, but important win today against Shrewsbury.
Yeah, a really important win. I think when you don't play quite at your best and you win, they're always really important wins. And yeah, credit to Shrewsbury, because I didn't think they made it easy for us. Obviously, new manager Danny Cowley came in. I think he's organised them well against the ball. They made it very difficult for us in terms of getting numbers behind the ball. We couldn't quite find our rhythm, didn't quite commit to how we wanted to play, but thankfully scored early, which is always good. Really good, well worked goals. So clearly that Hunt, we'd say it all the time, it's so hard to beat the team that never gives up, and he could have easily give up on that ball, but he didn't. He kind of recovered it, and then great ball by Sam. All week we've been talking about early crosses and to get across the front post, and great cross from Samson, great movement from Will, and that gave us a good way in.
And you talked about 3 players there involved in the goal, but pretty much everyone will be just talking about Arthur Reed for his goal because of what a fantastic strike.
Yeah, it's a good goal. I don't like giving him too many compliments because it don't suit him, but yeah, it's a great finish. I think when the team doesn't quite find its best performance, then can an individual really step up with a moment of brilliance? And Arthur was able to do that at a really important time in the game, because that gave us control of the scoreboard. And I think, like I said, a really good win. I think there's a lot for us to take away from the performance. I think clean sheet, two really good, one really well worked goal, a second brilliant bit of individual quality. I think getting Teddy Bishop back on the pitch and 60 minutes into him, Kane Vincent-Young back, Arthur back, getting Tom Flanagan back onto the pitch towards the end of the game, and obviously Romeo making his debut. So a lot of good things to take away, as well as some learning and some things that we can do better and we can work on next week.
How tough a decision was it to leave out Finn Back and Finn Barbrook from the team after?
Yeah, of course. Well, I thought both of them were excellent on debut, and probably just went with a little bit more familiarity. It felt like training is not been easy. I don't think it's been easy for anyone. My God, we nearly floated away at least twice this week. It's been so wet. So we haven't been able to get on our training pitches. We've had to train inside on the dome. Like, we're really lucky as a League Two club to have that facility. But obviously it's smaller dimensions, and we haven't quite been able to work on as much tactical stuff as we would have liked. So probably just decided to go with the boys that are a little bit more familiar. But I thought both boys, like I said, have been really good additions to our squad.
Yeah, in the last 17 games of the season, no doubt we'll win games playing well, but it's also important to win games when things aren't
of course
as fluid as they
yeah, sometimes they're my favourite wins, because I think we have 18 games. We had 18 games to go going into today, and we know that we probably have to win 10 or 11 and then maybe pick up some draws as well. Are you going to play well in all of those 10 or 11 games that you win? Probably not. So can you win some games when you don't quite find your rhythm, when you don't quite find your execution, your decision making? And we were able to do that today. And clean sheet is always really important to us. We felt like going into the game, we'd watched them against Barnet, and of course, new manager, we didn't have too much sample size, but they sat behind the ball in that game 5-5-0 at times, and we knew that they would be a really stubborn opponent. So we wanted a positive start, which we got. I think we then were just a little bit too tentative in our play. We'd have liked to have been a little bit more purposeful and really commit to it, because we're a pressing team, so we're never scared of giving the ball away. We can play forward, because if we play forward and we lose it, we'll win it back, because we're brilliant at doing that. We didn't quite get that bit right, but thankfully we scored 2 goals. We defended well, kept a clean sheet, didn't give up too much, and like you say, take a really valuable 3 points, which keeps us on the heels of some very good teams above us.